right. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. We are back. Hey. Hey, y'all. Hey, Mexico. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, y'all. Round two. Fight. Round two. Fight. Hello, Australia from down under. Hey, hey, boo. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. What up, Puerto Rico? Hey, New Zealand. Hey, boo. What's up, y'all? Hello, hello. California love. Dun, 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 dun. California. No doubt about it. Hey, California. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene. And today I'm reading for the beautiful and handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. 2 more times. Ready? Flowers, flowers, flowers. 1 more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me at the shop in my store, all that information is in the description box below. All right, so let's get into it. This is round 2, and the message here is they thought if they kept their occult knowledge hidden from you, they could beat you. This is more specifically towards or geared towards individuals that are having issues with older people or elder people. Not everybody, of course. But this is more so for like an older grandmother, elder mother, elder father, someone that's older who feels like because they're older that you must, number 1, give them grace. Number 2, you must honor them. Number 3, you must respect them. Number 4, you must not question them at any point in time, okay? So you're dealing with the individual that's more from the old school way of doing things, like do as I say, not as I do. What goes on in this home stays in this home, okay? So what is happening here is that evidently there's an elder person that's very jealous of you for some odd reason. And the reason why they're jealous of you is because that you're more knowledgeable in just day to day, just life in general. And this person feels very slighted or smited by you because, so let's just say, and this is just an example, let's just say you're 25 years old, right? And you're 25 and you're doing the darn thing, like you are successful, you're uber healthy, you're smiling, like you're doing all that you're supposed to do for self, right? And this elder person feels very envious of you because when they were 25, they probably already had a child, they probably were already married. They had specific things that they had to do in regards to appease their mother or father when they were growing up. So they look at you as a form of a competition, and they feel like because now they're in an older stage or older age that they can't, hey Sierra, I just text you. They feel like because they're in an older age, they feel like that you have to pay for what they could not do. So it could be like a mother-daughter, it could be a father-son, a grandmother, granddaughter, grandfather, grandson, an aunt to uncle, an aunt to niece, an uncle and nephew, however it resonates, okay? However it resonates in your story. So what is happening here? So again, the channel message here is they thought if they kept their occult knowledge hidden from you, they could beat you. So going back to the olden days, this will be more so around the silent generation, or more so the baby boomer generation, okay? And in those 2 generations there, it was more so, Like you couldn't really speak out, you couldn't really speak up and out as to how you felt. You more so just kind of had to go with the flow. If you were caught speaking up and out, it's something back then was very shunned upon. And their voice was more silenced back then. Okay. They felt in their time, in their reality, that they may have felt very restricted with the things that they may have wanted to do. And the things that they did do or they wanted to do, excuse me, it was always swept underneath the rug, or it was always like hush hush, so nobody would ever know what was going on. But believe it or not, some, not all of course, but some of these elder individuals really think because again they're at a certain age that you're just supposed to just completely bypass everything that they have done towards you, bypass all the ignorance, bypass all of the disrespectfulness, and you're supposed to just take it as is. Okay, so you could be either a water sign, they could be a water sign, okay, or you could be an earth sign. You could be an earth sign or they could be an earth sign. Okay, a lot of these older individuals here, and this is from things I've been talking to individuals and just my own experience as well too, is that when they feel like that someone is younger than them, they're going to do everything possible to keep them from moving forward. One of the big things, components that a lot of toxic, negative elders would do is that they would speak ill about you, or they would try to speak negativity over your life. They may do this towards you, may tell you things, hey, you won't be this, you won't be that, you will never be successful, da, 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 da. Anything negative to kind of make you feel like you're not that person. Now, when they finish doing that, they may actually call other people and then they will start to gossip about you in regards to what they have done to you. So you can't speak about what they have done to you, but they feel very comfortable calling their friends and their circle or their community of people who they trust or whatever the case may be, basically who they gossip with, and they will sit on that phone and they will berate you till the cows come home. Well, things have changed now and you've pulled away from this person, you disconnected from this person, and you don't want nothing to do with this person. And that's your right, that's your prerogative. So at the time, unbeknownst to you, this person was very heavily involved in church, and I'm going there. Okay, some of these topics have to be discussed, and I feel that some people are afraid to speak about it because they're afraid of backlash, they're afraid somebody gonna get them. I don't care about none of that stuff, child. That's just my Scorpio nature. I don't care about none of that. Child, please, I'm gonna talk about it. Okay, I'm gonna break the ice and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so this elder person knows some things, not a lot of things. They know some things, but they thought that they knew enough or they knew more than you because of age. This person really sees themselves as the more wiser, or a person that has more wisdom than you, only because of their age. So despite that they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever the case may be, because they're older than you, it's unanimously, you have to believe them. You have to trust them. You cannot, you can't question them. You just have to take it as is, right? So when things start to work out for you in your favor in regards to like your job and your position and your success and things of that nature, this person started to grow very envious of you. Now, you thought at the time that this was a person that you can trust. This is a person that you could, share your successors or your successes with. And when you would share your success with this person, it was always the response wasn't what you would anticipate or expect. It would be more so like, oh, okay, that's great. Oh, that's nice. Or they may start to question you, or they may start to break down, the thing that you're wanting to celebrate about. Let's say you got a promotion at work, right? Let's say you just received the job like 4 months ago. And on the fourth month, the period of the fourth month came up, and miraculously you were able to move into a new position. That's something, of course, to be proud of. That's something to celebrate, right? And you're going back to this person, this elder person. You're like, hey, mom, or hey, dad, or hey, grandmom, hey, granddad, or whoever, however. they just gave me a new promotion. I'm going to be making a little bit more money and da da da. I can finally afford to move into this new place that I really like. Or, I saw this car, my dream car that I really wanted to get. And, things are really going well for me. And they just looking at you like, well, how you going to pay for that? And where you going to live? And why you going to go there? And you shouldn't do this. And you shouldn't do that. Like, they're trying to question you in regards to how you feel about yourself, to make you feel like you shouldn't be happy for the success that you brought upon yourself. And also, this elder person here really feels like when you do come to them with good information or, your success, they feel like you're bragging about it to them. And you're not bragging to this person. Again, you feel like this person is someone that you can really like have a conversation with, let your hair down, and they can celebrate your success. Wrong. They're not happy with you because the things that you are doing that they could not do at the age that you were or you in it right now, it really, 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 really bothers them to no end. So there are some individuals here that actually, they go to church and they do left-hand work, or they pay other people within the pulpits or the congregation here who's into left-hand work as well. The same type of things that they may be going through. They may have a daughter, they may have a son, they may have a niece, a nephew, whatever the case may be, and they're more so trauma bonding, okay? If you're not aware what trauma bonding is basically when you basically bond with someone's trauma. Oh yeah, me too, me too, me too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But there's no positive solution or there's no positive outcome after the bonding of the trauma. It's just that this person or these two people will stay in that position, and then the trauma will just continue to grow out of control. Now, this person didn't want you to be aware that they were into the occult knowledge or occult information. These were things that they were doing since they were young. They were doing a lot of occult things, hidden things towards other people who they felt was a rivalry of them. This goes for friends. This goes for family. This goes for lovers, their own parents as well too. So the hatred runs really deep, okay? So they felt that if you weren't aware that they were into occult information or knowledge, i.e. they're using the church as a form of a mask, right? Because they feel that most people perceive a person that goes to church as a good person. They praise the Lord. They wouldn't hurt a fly. They wouldn't do anything wrong and things of that nature here. That's wrong, okay? They needed to have an upper hand on you. They know just how strong you were because they've been around you just based on your success, period. It takes a really strong person to be successful in whatever it is that you're trying to succeed at. And they knew that you had this quality about you, and they wanted to discredit you about that quality that you had. So they started to do projection onto you. It starts small, and then it turns into a snowball effect, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it becomes an avalanche of a disaster. And that's what this mother figure, father figure, uncle, cousin, however child, that's how they wanted to play out. You were aware that this person went to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, or every Saturday, whenever they go to church, child, and they would use it as a crutch. But while they're doing what they're doing there, they're talking about you. Number one, they're gossiping about you in a negative way because they're very envious about you or towards you. They're very jealous spirited towards you, and they need other people to be aware how they feel about you. They would never tell you how they feel about you, despite them having the issue with you, but they would tell the people around them in regards to how they feel about you. So it's one-sided, okay? So far, we have water and earth. You could be a water sign or earth sign. They could be a water sign or earth sign, however it resonates for you here, okay? They wanted to bully you quietly. I've never heard of any mess like that, but they wanted to bully you quietly. They wanted you to feel that all of the attacks or the projections were coming from someone else, like i.e. a friend. So after you may have told this person about your good news, you may have told a friend about your good news, right? And then they will automatically turn that around, try to gaslight you and tell you, well, you shouldn't tell that friend this and you shouldn't tell that friend that. You know, they don't, like trying to basically take the heat off of them. And then you coming in, you're like, you know what, yeah, mom, or yeah, dad, you know what, you're right, and I shouldn't do this and I shouldn't do that, you know? They create the tower moment in your life. They did. They created tower moments in their life based on the occult Toy Story candles that they were playing with. They're a liar. They said they don't play with it. They said they don't deal with it. They may say they don't know anything about it. If you have a discussion about occult information, and when I say occult, like let's say crystals, or you want to burn incense, or you want to sit down and meditate, or you want to talk about astral projection, things of that nature, the first thing they're going to say is that's not right, that's not of the light, it's not of the Lord. You shouldn't do things of this nature. If you do that, you could potentially get like anything to just make you afraid. And there's nothing to be afraid of. If you're not coming into spirituality with any type of negative intentions, you don't have anything to worry about. Okay? That's what they don't want you to know. Or, to be honest, I don't even feel like they know that. To be honest, I don't even feel like they know that. So they started to pray on your downfall. Praying against you is in reverse. I just saw secrets. It'll come out. Praying against you. Tristan. What up, Manny? Freaky fresh. What up, Manny? What's up, man? Hey, A. So they were hiding something from you. They were hiding that they were throwing towards you. Imagine you living with someone and you thinking that it's just normal candles. Like Tristan said, I thought she had candles all over the house because she was into aromatherapy. That's what they wanted you to think. They wanted to be very inconspicuous in regards to what they do. A normal candle, no one would know, but you can dress a normal candle and light the candle, but there's intentions that's set on the candle. You're not going to know that, or that's not the first thing you're thinking of. You just see a normal candle as is, and this person may have been very, very, very strict in regards to their candles. Don't blow out the candle, don't stand over it, don't do anything, you know what I mean? Like, don't extinguish their candle. And the reason why they're saying that is because they're doing spell work against you in the home that you shared or you live with this person. So they stressed out here because your intuition is too strong, or it's becoming too strong to the point where you cannot be stuck. So you have to be aware as to what's going on around you, because this mother figure, father figure, parental unit, or older elder person here is putting themselves in a position where they feel like that they can keep you stuck. And it's a very, very, very dangerous position that they are placing themselves in. Another thing that I'm getting as well too is that because they feel that there's some kind of relation between you and them, i.e. family connection here, that they feel that if they were to do any type of negative, baneful spell work towards you, that it would not affect them. It would affect you. Again, they don't know anything about the occult information or occult knowledge clearly, because they're the one that's struggling right now in regards to their life. The moment that you start speaking about spirituality, the moment that you start discovering self, was the moment that they got scared. So they had to deter you, or they had to project negative things onto you to make you afraid of self. They didn't want you to be aware, because if you were tapping into spirituality, you're connecting with oracle cards or tarot cards, things of that nature, and you can just sit down and you can do it for yourself, you're going to see mother going to come out, daddy going to come out, grandma going to come out. Somebody in the family dynamic is going to come out, and that's what they don't want you to know. So they have to discredit you before you get too deep into, the knowledge of self. Yes, it is a form of blocking destiny, because some of you guys, your path is to be in spirituality for some of you guys. And if that is your north node, or if that is your purpose, they cannot stop you from progressing to your purpose. And if they try or attempt to hinder you from stepping into your purpose, they have to pay for that, not you. They got to pay for that through spirit or through source, not you. You see her, I know. We have toxic here. Oh, thank you. Because I was about to block that heifer, Leslie. Anywho, we have narcissists here who does not have any self-control. Again, they thought if they kept their occult knowledge hidden from you, they could beat you. That is an indicator, a very strong indicator there that you are too strong or much stronger than them. They didn't want you to know that. They knew that you had some form of a gift when you were younger or when you were small. They did not want you to be aware of that. They did not want you to be anything, or they didn't want you to be aware of anything when it came to self. So they really discredit you a lot. Now, this older person is unemployed. They may have lost their job. If you have lost a job at any point in time, they laughed about that. They actually praised that. They thought that the things that they were doing was working. And they were very happy that you were in a downside of things, or you were not on your A game. You know, you may had to maybe regress just a little bit, but that was a divine redirecting you to a new path or a new road to get away from this person. But they thought that they were the reason why things were not playing out in your favor, and it wasn't. It's sad because you can't even trust your own mother, your own father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunt, your uncle. You can't trust this family dynamic here. This is a fake empress, but it's an older person. Okay, it could be a Virgo, an older Virgo that has a lot of bad luck, that is very confused by your wins. Again, the way that they see society, or the way that they're set up in their reality, is that because they are older than you, automatically, hands down, you must respect them, hands down. You are not to question their authority. You are not to go against what they said about you. You're supposed to lay down and take it. And y'all not doing it. You're not doing it. And that's infuriating this person because you're not listening to what they told you to do. It could be a Leo, however it resonates. This is the type of individual that will beat the Bible over your head. You must honor thy mother and father. And they'll stop right there. They won't go further. They'll stop right there. You must honor thy mother and father. And that's it. If you question them, you get in trouble. If you have something else to say that's different from what they say, they'll beat you down on it, or they'll try to berate you. You don't ever question me, and I'm your mother, and I know what's best for you, or I'm your father, and I know what's best for you, and you better listen to me, and you better da-da-da-da before da-da-da. You know what I mean? Trying to incite fear or create fear into your reality. Look, self-doubt is in reverse. They thought they had you in a position where you would doubt yourself. But things have turned around, or things are turning around for you to see this person for who they are. So yes, even though this may be a mother, even though this may be a father, Even though this may be a uncle, a aunt, or whoever, etc., 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 they're not exempt from getting karma. Remember, pay attention to the spirit, not the face, the spirit. Now, they are emotionally exhausted because you are really powerful. So now they feel that you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, and you're not. You're not. You're not doing anything to harm anybody. You're not doing anything to put anyone in harm's way. You're not doing anything of that nature. But they're telling other people because of what's happening in their life. First off, they were gossiping about you negatively towards other people. When that didn't work out and things start backfiring in their life, now they want to say it's your fault as to why they're going through what they're going through. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Oh, goodness. They'll never take responsibility for what they have done or what they have said. It's just that it's just your fault all around. You just got to leave them people alone. Just leave them be. They've also dragged your siblings or sibling involved in this. They dragged them in that to get them to be on their side. Believe it or not, I do feel like someone's parent has some form of an addiction. Okay, that's something that you might not be aware about. As I've mentioned, they come from an older generation of things where you don't really speak about the secrets of things. You don't speak about people's like private life. They can speak about yours, but you dare not speak or expose what they have done. So I believe the silence generation is like 1910 to like 1940, I believe. Give me 1 second. Let me look it up. Okay, silence generation is 1928 to 1945. We're in 2025. So imagine 1928 to 2025. There was a lot more restrictions then than it is now. And there's a lot more things that you would not do. Like, I don't feel y'all would, if y'all were living in the silent generation period, y'all wouldn't have went for a lot of things. You wouldn't have. You'd be like, who you talking to? No, that ain't it, boo. You know what I mean? But they were in a space where they had to listen. They had to conform to their surroundings or to their society. Now things are moving forward and things progressing. Remember, we're in the age of Aquarius. Things are forward moving, forward thinking, community setting, humanitarian type of aspects of things. And this is something that they can't do. So they're seeing you doing it. They're seeing you're successful. They're seeing that you are connecting with other people and things of that nature. They can't wrap their head around that. So the silent generation is, they were actually silenced. They were silenced to live a life or live the life that they want to live. So the darker things that they did, they kept it quiet. So when you ask them, hey, what's going on? Or hey, have a conversation with them about just whatever, they'll deny it because they were conformed to be silent. They were conformed to, if they want to do something negative towards someone, they must stay quiet about it. And people are not staying quiet about their foolishness anymore. And they're not exempt. So silence is 1928 to 1945. And then the baby boomers are 1946 to 1964. So the events that they experienced, the silent generation between 1928 and 1945, they experienced the Great Depression. Thank you. They experienced the Great Depression, and then they also experienced World War II. Let me look up this real quick. Give me a second. So here we go. 1925 to 45, the silent generation. Traditionalists, they want to still adopt a traditional type of lifestyle, and they expect for you to continue on that tradition. Hardworking, respectful, excellent interpersonal skills. I I mean, not if you're doing stuff like this. Not if you're doing spell work in the church, and then when you come out of church, you're talking about some praise Lord, praise Jesus, praise God. I mean, that don't really make sense. Whatever. So this parent could be born between 1925 to 1964. You can also add in Gen X as well, 1965 to 1980. So you may have a parent or grandparent between 1925 to 1980, okay? Could be an Aquarius that's burnt out. Okay. Okay, they could be burnt out. An Aquarius. They're a devil in disguise. They're karmic. And they're sick. They're very sick. They're very abusive to self and to people around them. Don't entertain the trash. If you see any trash that's floating along in the comments, all I ask, if you can, is just put the emoji of a siren with their name, and then we just gonna get rid of them. We don't deal with trash. We don't argue with trash. We don't deal with riffraffs. So any type of trash that's floating amongst in the YouTube comments, just let us know. We're gonna take care of it. They can say whatever they need to say, child. They're doing that behind a computer screen. So, and then it's behind a fake page that. So I ain't worried about that. So we have sneaky here. They want to be sneaky and abusive with black magic. And also your appearance really makes this person very, very jealous of you. So you could be very handsome. You could be very beautiful. And you're just too handsome or too beautiful for them to where they feel like that you just don't deserve the best. So for most of you guys, you were experiencing a lot of trauma or traumatic abuse from a parent that felt like you need to follow their path. Their path back then was specific, very specific. You go to school till you're about maybe 15, 16, I guess, 14, 15, 16. You start to have kids, you get married, you become the stay-at-home mom, and you take care of the children or whatever, and the man, like very traditional. And that's how they expected you to be. They didn't expect you to be like on social media and talking about the family secrets or exposing the family secrets or doing anything that's going to make them look bad. But yet, they're going to church. They're sitting in church, sitting on the pews. They're humming their hymns. They're turning to certain passages within the book, but they speaking ill about you. But they want you to stay quiet in regards to what they're doing towards you. And if you even try to say anything that they don't like, they're going to make you out to be the bad guy. Girl, guess what? You won't believe what the collector said about me. I just told them such and such, and I can't believe they talked to me in that way. And all after I did for them, trying to make you feel bad in regards to what they done towards you. Child, please. This is why they're going through karma right now. That's crazy. Queen J says on YouTube, they believe they're doing the God's work to destroy an innocent person. Like, I agree with you what you're saying, but from their perspective of things, because that's really how they see it. I'm doing the Lord's work by destroying an innocent person who was just sharing certain tidbits of their life, of them being successful, meaning you. So you want to destroy someone that is coming to you with good news about their success? That's the Lord's work? We all know that they're not connected to anything of a higher light or a higher source. We all know that. Because if you are connected to a higher source or a higher body of energy, that energy would never, ever, ever direct you to harm someone or to put them in harm's way. That's not of God-like energy. So we all know they weren't entertaining or they weren't connecting to God. We know that. They don't know that. They think what they're doing is correct and it's not, but that's okay. Again, just because they're older doesn't mean that they can't get knocked between the washer and dryer. And that's what's happening here. Because they had to go to college. They have college bills. They got to get a job. They're tired. They got to work a 9 to 5, a career. They got to do all these things. And here you come, just completely blowing them out the water, surpassing them. You know, we have more opportunities than they have had before. We have social media. You can make money online. You can work from home. You can stay. Like, there's so many different types of wealth of opportunities that people now have access to, and they did not have access to. So they feel very jealous of that they had to do everything the old-fashioned way, and they're not able to more so pivot into this new era. That's the issue. They don't want to change. They don't want to change. And anyone around them that is shifting or changing based on the reality that they already have set in stone, they feel like that you're going against them. They feel like that you are unloyal. They feel like that you are disrespectful. They feel like that you're not listening to them. They feel like that you're just doing your own thing. You know what I mean? Like they're treating you like a child and you're not a child. You're an adult, an able-bodied adult. That's the hidden agenda. I got a lot of hiccups. There was a lot of this within the family dynamic. A lot of this. Okay? The mother or father may have experienced this. Okay? You may have been privy that they have experienced this. You may have experienced this. But you may be the one that's speaking out in regards to what has taken place. And that puts them in such a very unnerving or unsettling spot or situation, because you're talking about things that should not be discussed, but it needs to be discussed, because how else is it going to change? You need to discuss things to bring to light so it can change. They want you to stay in the energy of this and be bitter and upset and angry at the world. And, oh my God, you did it. No, you have to speak about it in order for it to change. So them having these so-called upper hand over your life, and you would have never found out or knew it was them, but you did. And now that you found out that it was them, they're singing a different tune. They're singing a completely different tune. Don't judge other people. Everyone has their own problems. Well, you need to tell that to them, because we're not over here judging anybody. But you know what? And even if you want to judge them, you can judge them. If they feel like they can go in a church, let's talk about it. If they feel that because they're older and they're more wiser, and just because you're older does not make you wiser, but anywho, they feel that they're wiser than you, you must honor and respect them because they're older. But yet, in the same breath, in the same sentence here, they feel it's okay to call and gossip about you to other people when you didn't give any information for them to carry towards any other people. But it's okay for them to judge you. But as soon as you call them out on their BS, oh, now we got to stay quiet. Now we got to stay silent because it's mom or it's dad. Not over here, boo. So you must be part of that silent generation, or that Gen X generation that I spoke about. Because over here, we talking about everything. And if you don't like it, then we not for you. Okay? Because we going to trigger you over here. I know I will. And don't care. I would trigger you so much, child? Have you questioned your whole existence? I don't care. I don't care. Anywho, we have Gemini. What they think this was, child? We have no communication here. You're not in communication with this person. You see this person is just not who they thought they were. They're not a mother. They're not an ideal father. They don't give sound advice. Imagine you're going up for a job, right? This is just an example. Let's say the job was paying you $150,000 a year and you're so excited. It's your dream job. You went to school for it. You got all your college credentials, whatever the case may be, and you're preparing for that position. And you're telling this mother or father, you know, hey, I just got this new job and I'm so excited and I can't wait for them, da, 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 da. And they know for a fact that you're going up for this job, but they're doing everything possible to dispersuade you to take the job. Is that someone that you should take advice from? Is that someone that you should respect? And I'm going there. If they see that you're trying to do better for self without the assistance of others, because with some of these karmic parent here, they don't want to feel left behind. They don't. They want to feel needed. And because you are very self-sufficient and self-determined of self, you don't need them. It's not a dig or disrespect. You just don't need them. They taught you all that they could, or maybe they didn't teach you anything at all. But whatever information that they gave to you as you were growing up, you took that and you created your own lane, as you should have. And they're mad at you because you don't need them. What is that about? That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. Some of your mothers, they like to, you know, okay. They keep this hidden as well. They may like the same sex. This is things they don't want to talk about, which I don't understand. But they plotting on you in the church. They don't want you to take any risk whatsoever. They don't. Because if you take that risk, remember, they're speaking ill about you and they're gossiping about you to other people. And if you take that risk and you become successful, it makes them look off. It makes them look weird. It makes them look that they're not telling the truth. And that's what they don't want. They need people's opinion, or they feed off of people's opinion. And if after they have marinated over these individuals and they have created a certain reality or illusion state in regards to how they want them to perceive them, and you come along, la-di-da, you know that ain't right, girl, that ain't true. What? No, but right here, here's the information with the factual evidence. See, the difference between you and them is that you always come with truth, hard knocking truth that cannot be denied. And this parent can't stand when you speak truth. They don't even feel like that you are connected to the family because of how much truth that you speak. They look at you as the enemy because they could never have done what you have done. Spoke the truth. They were raised to tell lies. They were raised to get over on people. They were raised to do things hidden in a hidden manner. So if something was to pop off, their hands are clean. No one's looking at them because they come off as, hi, baby. Good morning, precious. How you doing? You all right, sweetie? That's how they come off. Pay attention to the spirit, not the face. Let me say that one more time. Pay attention to the spirit of the person, not the face. Toxic family. Shocking message. It's in reverse. It's not a shock to you. It may have been initially, but if you were privy to what they were doing and you put two and two together, you're not shocked by this person's mannerisms, or you're not shocked by the actions that they would take to discredit you. And they were very impulsive. Other people are shocked because they come off as if holier than thou. They have their Bible holding on to them. They got their hat on, their shoes or whatever, and they singing hymns. And that automatically makes them supposedly protected under the divine. No. Y'all have to understand, karma don't have an age, boo. Karma doesn't have an age. Especially with individuals that are older and has escaped karma for a very long time. Can you imagine being in your 60s, 70s, and 80s and you've really dodged karma? And the reason why they dodge karma is because they're surrounded by other people that is protecting them from stepping into the karma that they truly deserve. And when you step away from this person and they're in this age, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, they can't handle that. Imagine you trying to, a 70-year-old person that's very toxic in nature. Finally, the karma has caught up to them or crept up to them. And it's all coming at once. They're not going to be able to take that, man. They're not. They're going to blame it all on you. Oh, you the devil and it's your fault. And why? And I told you not to do that. And I can't believe you disobeyed me. And that, it's not your fault. It's not. This is the type of parent here as well that expects you to take care of them as they get older. That part there, I can't tell you what to do. Of course, I can't tell y'all to do in any way, shape, or form. But if you are disrespecting me, mistreating me, even in your older age, boo, you're on your own. You need to get you a little crayon, a little box, or you need to find you a little space in that them homes, because you ain't getting no help from me. I mean, hey, play, talk bad manners. I don't care. You ain't getting no assistance from me. If you can position yourself in my life to destroy my life, and then I finally made it out after you attempt to destroy my life, you're mad that I made it out after you attempt to destroy my life, and then you're going to turn around and say that now that you're not helping them, it just doesn't make sense to me. Well, why aren't you helping them? They will never speak about that part. They won't discuss that part. The only part that they will discuss is that you are not helping them. Have they helped themselves? No. Shoot, they barely helped you. My mother can't call me and tell me anything about what's going on with her. I don't care. I tell her to her face, I don't care. Call your other friends, call your riffraff crew, call your desolate dusties crew. Don't call me for nothing. She know don't call me for anything. Don't care if she's sick too. Don't call me for anything. It is what it is. Don't call me for nothing. Hey, Nidra. Yeah, they try to rob you from your life because you would not follow into their footsteps. That's crazy. You wouldn't follow in their footsteps, their dark footsteps. You may have been yanked to be in church. You may have been pushed to be in church. You may have been talked about because you don't want to go to church. You may have been talked about because you don't want to be around certain individuals. Like anything that can discredit you, this mother, father figure, family member, older person, toxic older person would do. Hey, Divine House. Yeah. Then they try to exile you from the family because you're not falling in line in regards to what they want you to do. So since you didn't do that, certain changes are happening here based on what they've done towards you here. There was spell work at play. Your own parent or family here, older family, did spell work on you. Okay. We'll prepare for the backlash because they getting it. They're not exempt. They're not exempt at all. They're in financial failure. They're going through a lot of insomnia. These are the type of individuals here that will set you up. Yeah, some of these toxic older individuals will set you up to fail through love, through connections, self-love. They want to discredit your self-esteem. They want to be you. But they feel like because they're older, their time is up or there's no more life to live. That's false. You could be 80 years old or 90 years old and you could still be doing the darn thing. Before my grandmother passed, she was 97. My grandmother was still going places, still going on trips, going to like beaches. There's no excuse. She lived a very fulfilled life, my grandmother. No excuses. So it doesn't matter what age you are. You can still do whatever it is that you want to do. Anywho, we have denial. They're in denial that you are more successful than them. A parent that you feel that you can trust is upset that you are more successful than them, or you have taken the least path of resistance to be more successful than them. And they're actually grieving that. They're grieving that. That's some crazy stuff, man. To see that you are growing without them. You don't need them. You don't want to be around them. You don't like them. That's okay. And you surrender them. That's okay too. Because you had to put yourself in a position to where you had to become disciplined. There were so many obstacles that this older person was trying to push in your way to make you undisciplined. And it didn't work. It failed. If anything, it made you stronger. So when you were able to be set free, or you left, or you disconnected, they became stuck. That's the honest truth. They became stuck. I ain't making it up. What it say? Freedom and balance in reverse. They became stuck, not you. Ten of Swords with the Judgment card, child. Ten of Swords with the Judgment card. They're hitting rock bottom. They're hitting rock bottom because they don't have no control over you. And all those negative projections and spell works that they have done towards you, it's going back to them. And they can't handle that. Don't be surprised if they call you asking you for help. Again, I can't tell you what to do. I could just give you the information. But we have Seven of Cups here because they feel like they don't have enough choices. They feel stuck to the choices that they made. Anything to discredit you. And at the end of it all, they only discredit themselves. Nine of Swords. Alyssa says on TikTok, no, sometimes we need to stop giving our energy to the people who've done us wrong. 1,000,000% agree with you, boo. 1,000,000% agree with you. I don't care who you are. If you treat me wrong, and I know in a way that you treat me wrong, you can't get nothing from me. Nothing. Nothing at all. It may be very harsh to hear that. You can't even get a swig of water from me if you did me wrong. I don't care who you are. And I mean that for everybody. You can't get nothing from me. That's on you. When someone asks you the reason why, well, why you don't talk to collective? Speak the truth. They're not going to speak the truth. They want to turn around and say it's your fault. Oh, well, just know you ain't getting no help from me. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. You ain't getting nothing from me. So it is what it is. They can talk to the cows come home, which is fine with me. I don't care. This person may have said they taking you out the will. Okay. You don't need anything from this person. They're going to threaten you with a will. Okay. You probably make more than them. Like, what? I'm going to take you out the will. Y'all do what you got to do, boo. Is that supposed to hurt you? You making your own money. You doing your own thing. Yeah, you're making your own money. Nine of Cups. You're doing your own thing. You not caring about this older person is really, really, really messing with your mind. Then treat people right the first time. Treat people right. And stop thinking because you're older that you can get a pass and you can treat people any way you want to treat. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Kidding me? Yes, I agree. Alyssa says, always trust in the universe. Trust it like it's your best friend. I like you. Absolutely. The universe is my best friend. I get anything I want from the universe. Yes, yes, yes. This is the type of parent that will tell you, I'm not your friend. Stay in the child's place. I'm not one of your little friends. You need to stay in the child's place. Okay. No problem. But don't get mad that I finally take your advice. And when I finally decide to move forward, you upset. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. You told me stay in the child's place. I stood in the child's place. I decided to just move away from you and disconnect from you. Now I'm building on my own. Now you upset? You're repairing back your life? With repairman and architect? Because you are the architect of your life. They upset? So which one is it? Yeah, this person is a clown. They're a clown. Yes, they're older, but they're a clown. We do have older clowns. You got young ones, you got older ones. This is an older clown. Some of these individuals feel, again, because they're older, they have more, their reputation, and they know more people than you. No. Just me being here on social media, you know how many beautiful people, beautiful, handsome people that I have met on my path, my walk of life? And so many different people have, there's many different walks of life. And you guys do, different things. And it's a beautiful thing. But I say all that to say here that they use their connections to keep you stuck. And they think that's okay. They told themselves they're a lost soul is what they are. They're just older in age. That's what they are, a lost soul. And they really told themselves that if they were to hunt you down, that the creator would not strike them down. But the creator's in reverse. They're a lost soul that try to hunt you down. And told themselves that they were protected by God. Somebody lying. Somebody lying and it ain't you, boo. Oh, okay. Trying to coach you to destroy your life. Trying to coach you to destroy your life. And if you were in the position to destroy your life, the first thing they would have said, I told you that would have happened. See what happens when you don't listen to me? I told you. All they can say is, I told you. But yet they're the catalyst that puts you in the predicament or situation to fail. There's levels to this narcissism thing. Or just narcissistic individuals, there are levels. Really. It really is. And this person will be, to me, will be considered a very, 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 very toxic, narcissistic individuals, especially mentally and emotionally, because that's where they operate from. The mental states and the emotional state that they cannot regulate. They cannot control. They put you in positions to argue and fight with them and yell at them. So when they do get you in a position to, I told you, and you won't leave me alone, and and oh my God, you won't believe what the collective did towards me. Oh my God, they yelled at me, and they told me to da-da-da, and I can't believe it. It's all a show, man. It's all a show. A game. A game show? When you go on the show, don't you play games to win prizes? So what makes this different? Or what makes this any different? Then you got other people calling you. Well, why would you say it about such and such? Why would your mother call me and said that you said that? Well, why would your father call me and said that you said that? Well, why would your uncle, your aunt, your grandmother, your grandfather, why would somebody out the family call me to say that? You know you shouldn't be talking to them like that. You know how they are, huh? So because I know how they are, I must accept them for what they are because I know how they are. I'm not accepting that foolishness. You want me to accept abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, spiritual abuse, financial abuse? I will not from anybody. I'm just not. I'm not. It just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, you know how they are. Oh, okay. Well, what do you do when they do that towards you? Oh, well, I just ignore them and I don't pay them any mind. So if you don't have to pay them any mind, or if you chose not to pay them any mind, why should we be susceptible to their foolishness? Why? And you need to brush your teeth. All that plaque on your teeth, young lion. Don't worry about me, boo. God damn. Go brush your balls, boo. Golly. Don't worry about me, boo. I'm good. As a matter of fact, I bind you to your BS. Let's see you get out of that, boo. Your hateful ways that you have. I bind you to your hateful ways. Let me see you wiggle or do the heart. Let me shake and get out of that, heifer. Let's see. And I know you ain't going to be able to, bitch. Anywho, excuse me. We got Elder here. I bind you to your hateful ways. Butter teeth, bitch. Your teeth look like butter. Full of plaque. But you coming up here trying to start with me. No, boo. You need a dentist. ASAP. ASAP. Heifer. Anywho, boo. Don't come for me. Don't come for me, boo. We have Elder and Player. The Elder doesn't want to play this game anymore. We'll call it Monopoly because I feel like that's what they play, a game of Monopoly. And they thought that they had all the intricate parts of Monopoly down, or they thought that they could monopolize your life. Absolutely not. We have luck in reverse. Could be a Capricorn. You could be, they could be. We also have positivity upright. Leo is here. You could be a Leo, or they could be a Leo, strong Leo. They didn't want you to have any luck with your positivity. They wanted to completely like scramble that and put you in discord. Yeah, and they wanted you to agree to that. So anything that they don't know how to do, anything that they would consider not normal, basically outside of their lane, because you're completely outside of their lane, they need you to agree to not do that. The agreements card here is Libra. And then we have victory is in reverse with Aries. So however it resonates for you, okay? Please keep in mind this is a collective read. Not everything is going to resonate with you, okay? One thing I've noticed is that every time I go live, the neighbor put music on. Every time, like clockwork. They don't like what I say. They don't like the truth. They're actually older. There's an older couple behind here. They're like in their 50s or so. But the lady is off. She's not, you can just tell she's not right in her mind. But she stays clear of me. Yeah, there's something I noticed. Every time I come live, she play music. She ain't stopping nothing though. Anywho, we got protection. Baby, because the way I'm petty, child. My spirit already told me what was going to happen with that lady, so I don't even bother with her. My spirit tell me everything. I'm like, oh, really? Anywho, we have protection here with Aries. We have leadership here. You are the leader in your life, or you're the leader of whatever it is that you're creating for self here. So we have Aries, Gemini, or Libra. You could have Gemini or Libra in your big three, or you can have Aries in your big three. And when I say big three, astrologically speaking, your big three would be considered like your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign, okay? If you don't know what that is and you're wanting to get information about what that is, I highly recommend you starting to dive deeper into astrology if that's something that you're open to, basically learning your birth chart, okay? We have strong Libra, but you're going to be successful. Strong Libra. Strong Libra, strong Aries, and Leo. And you are the person that's going, it's strong, strong Leo, strong Leo. See Leo right here? Strong Leo. You are the one that's going, you're the one that's carrying the baton. You are considered the elder in your family. You may not be older in age. Wisdom-wise, you are considered the elder. You are the generational curse breaker. You are the matriarch. You are the patriarch. You are the one that your team, your ancestral team, the divine gave you the baton to continue, not continue the tradition, but to move forward, but create new traditions based off the old traditions that no longer exist. All those old fallacies of things that people have been hiding behind, there's nothing to stand on. Like that old system has crumbled. Yeah, and you are psychic, and I do feel, thank you, Libby. Psychic is here. I do feel like you may not be like out in the open like how I am with my gifts, but I do feel like you are in tune with self, or soon to be, and you are aware as to how this paternal figure or maternal figure is trying to come towards you here. Like you see them before they do it. And they don't like that. They don't have a leg to stand on. They can't trust the process. They actually can't manifest anything. And they're not an ally of yours. They talk very bad about you. Very bad. To anyone that would listen. Which is sad. So sad. They don't believe in the spell work, but they doing it. Okay, that's fine. They don't believe in it, but they're doing it. Okay, well, dreams come true since you don't believe in it. Again, they don't believe in spell work, but they're playing with it. And as I mentioned before, when you're doing things that you should be doing in a negative way, it's going to manifest. The universe only understands energy and vibration. That's it. That's all. What time is it? Okay. You could be a Scorpio, or they could be. And you will receive justice, however it resonates for you. Yeah, they're pretending. They're pretending that everything is okay. Everything's not okay. If you left this parents in the dust, they're struggling. I'm just being honest with you. They're struggling. They're heartbroken by this. Yeah, they're struggling. They lost their job. They're sick. They're not doing well mental-wise. They're not doing anything health-wise. If they were in a connection, a marriage, they're getting divorced, and they're blaming you for it. You were the glue that held them together from getting the karma that they deserved because you were around this person. As soon as you left this person, everything started to break down. Everything. Everything. And they can't rest. They can't. Hey, Cameo. Hey, beautiful. Thank you, boo. It's like this parental unit want to fight with you. Why? Why do you want to fight? If anything, like for me, for instance, I would love to have had a very, very beautiful, healthy connection with my mother, but I just know that's not possible, you know? And knowing that I know that's not possible, I don't entertain her foolishness. But to try to put you in a compromising position to fight with them is just very odd. Why you want me to fight with you? That's just weird. It just doesn't make sense. Fight you for what? Because you're upset? I ain't fighting you, child. You gonna fight yourself. I know that. Ooh. You got homelessness here. You may have actually experienced homelessness. You may have. Your parents was responsible for this. I've experienced it. And when I was homeless with 4 kids. And I had my last child, I had just had him, and he was dealing with some, complications from birth. And it was cold he was born in October, and it was around December. And I went back to my mother's house and I asked her, I said, hey, Mom, I don't have a place to stay. Can I stay with you? She told me, no, go in the shelter with my 4 kids. And when she told me that, child, man, I said, okay. I said, you would never, ever, 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 ever see me again. Don't call me and ask me for anything. And I've been very, very clear about my boundaries with that person. So now they feel abandoned. Oh, well. Oh, well. Their whole life was based on fear because that's all they know. Imagine you wanted to take a trip to a country, a different country. You want to go on a cruise, or you want to go bungee jumping, or you want to go painting with a twist, like something that you normally wouldn't do, something that's completely like out of the ordinary for you, and you're wanting to try new things. Here comes this fear-based foolishness. Why you want to do that? Well, you can get sick. And do you think you should do that? And that don't make sense. And what happens if you do that? And have you this and have you that? But just trying to neg, not nag, neg, N-E-G, not nag. They're negging you. To put you in a position to where you always have to argue and fight. Nobody has time for that. And I'm not going to argue with an older person because you feel like that what you're saying is correct. And 10 times out of 10, dealing with an individual of this caliber, with this toxic mindset, they're not. And I refuse to take advice from someone that is giving me information to make me fail. I can't, and I won't. I just won't. They accuse you of everything. Everything. They can't even take the idea that you won't even argue with them. They're doing anything to make themselves feel and look relevant in your life. And you don't have to do any of that. Your peace is priceless. Never, ever, ever, hey, Brittany, never, ever, ever put a price on your peace. I got to pay you to be peaceful. I'm just, it's just certain things I'm just not doing, man. I just can't. I just can't do it. I can't. I love my peace too much. I'm not putting a price on my life, and on my peace. I'm just not. Trying to discredit your third eye, or trying to cloak your third eye, or make it illusion so you can't see what they're doing behind your back. This is BS. Want you to overlook what they're doing to you. No, I'm just going to separate from you. And when you separate from them, their finances became blocked. I'm just being honest here. This may be a trigger warning for some. Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not. I do feel like if you are a person that have went through some extreme abuse when it comes to a toxic parental mother or father here, and you decided not to help or connect with them or be around them or just not have anything to do with them, they're going to be by themselves. And that was their worst fear, is being by themselves. But they pushed you away. They didn't like your success. They envy your success, which is crazy. How you going to envy somebody's success? Me, I'm like, yo, you did that for real? Congratulations, you know? Not everybody think like that. Not everybody move like that. They want to be connected to your success, but how can they be connected to your success when they're the one that was downplaying it? They're speaking ill about you in regards to your success to other people. Some of them feel that your success is not true, it's false. And they're telling people that you're doing false things to get money or to generate money. Nobody has time for that foolishness. Who has time for that? And I don't have to explain myself to anybody. As long as I know that I'm not doing anything illegal to hurt myself or anybody else, I don't owe anyone an explanation. That's just how I feel. So let them say whatever they need to say, child. They can say whatever they want over there by themselves, lonesome, and they rocking chair. Because they're very spiteful. Very, very spiteful. Very, very spiteful for no reason. We have communities in reverse. They don't want the community to know just how mean-spirited they are towards you. Sad. They're working hard to cover that. See the ghost is in reverse. So it's like they don't want their skeletons out the closet, or they don't want no one to kick up their older ghost or their history. But it's fated to happen. It's fated to happen. You were guided here for whatever reason you were guided here for. Everybody's, you were guided here for a reason. And one of the main reasons why you were guided to this channel here is to become the best person that you can be of self. That's number one. Number two, listen to the guidance of self. That's number two. And number three, you are the generational curse breaker. You are. You are. They can try to do whatever it is that they want to do, but it's only just going to put them in more hot water. They cannot stop this. They can't. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, they cannot stop your shine, boo. They can't. And don't let them do that just because, oh, I'm your mom and I'm your dad. Honor thy mother and father. But what about the kids? Some people treat a child as a child because they feel like a child needs to stay in the child's place. They're not supposed to speak up. They can't express themselves. They can't laugh. They can't do anything. They just have to just stay, just be there. And that's not fair. It's just not fair. It's a mother sign. Moon represents mother, family, fourth house, justice. You're ready, boo. You are ready. You're ready. So whatever it is that you are destined to do, and you haven't started yet, it's time. Thank you. You're ready. I believe in you. I do. You're ready. You're in good health. If not yet, some of you guys are healers. You may be an actual spiritual healer for some of you guys. But when people come across your path, you create some form of a healing something agent within individuals. And this parent don't want you doing that out there. They don't understand it. That's why they're trying to destroy you and your gift. They don't think your gift is from a divine, but yet they're playing with lower vibrational energies and they're speaking negative verses against you. That's of the light. That's of love. It's only selective hearing that they have, or selective. They're very selective in what they do towards other people. You may have spoken out to this person with the cat here. They don't like you speaking out. You're so disrespectful. You're so this. You're so that. You'll never this. You'll never that. Well, what about you, heifer? Why you can't respect the collective and understand that they're on their divine mission, their divine purpose, whatever it is, however y'all doing y'all thing? Why can't they respect you for what you're trying to do for self and your family? Because it's not them. Because they're not seen to be on the forefront or in the forefront in trying to heal the bloodline, trying to do better things for the betterment of the bloodline. They're not doing anything like this. They can't even do anything like this, which is why it skipped them. They were given the opportunity to fix and heal the bloodline. What did they do? They went against it. What's the saying? Many are called, few are chosen. Many people are called, but not a lot of people are going to answer the call. They refuse to not answer the call. So you must be penalized because you did answer the call? Come on. That's not fair to you. Man, like, come on. It's not fair to you at all. Telling you silly stuff like so we have subconscious here and then the wings. Wings to me represents it's a funeral, but I don't feel it's a physical funeral. It's just more so like, well, if you don't listen to me, you will never see your way. If you don't treat me with respect, you will never see your way. If you don't speak to me in a better tone, like stuff like that to throw you off, but yet they're the one that's inciting the BS towards you. So fair exchange ain't no robbery, man. Fair exchange is not any fair exchange ain't no robbery. It's not. And they're learning when you pulled away from them. They never thought that you would, and that's a shocker to them. Like, how dare you? Yeah, how dare you? Because you deserve better. They ain't giving it to you, so why are you sticking around someone that's giving you less? Come on. Like, let them go find somebody else to play with, because you're not the 2 or the 3, boo. You're going to always be the 1. I'm always going to say that. You would never, ever be the 2 or the 3. You're going to always be the 1. So we have Taurus. Pisces. Capricorn. Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer. So someone mentioned your name is go.dsun6262 on Instagram says, I know that person but will never understand why. Well, if you're wanting to understand why people do the things that they do, you have to learn self first. And there's a reason why I'm saying that. Because the more that you learn about you, the more you're going to see the indifferences of how other people move out here. And when you're seeing that you're different in a different way, but in a healthier way, and you're able to pinpoint the things that they're doing, it helps you to learn more of the mannerisms or the patterns that they're given or that they're doing. So as I mentioned before, it is very important to learn all that you can about you. Yes, you may have been living with this mother figure or father figure, but at the end of it all, you are the person that is solely responsible for you. You, and you. You are responsible for you. You. We have Cancer, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay? So if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you would like to review or rewatch the video, you're going to have to go to YouTube, okay? So until next time, guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye, TikTok. Thank you so much. Bye, Instagram. I'll see y'all in a bit. Or the next live. Bye, YouTube. See you on the next one.